You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the flow back then until I touch my toes. I don't wanna row the boat. Wrist full of rocks and I hope I.
Okay, so like that's what I was saying. Like I think I'm like overhand, and then I go underhand. But the first ones, it's like I almost do it as if you're like corn rolling. There's like somebody's head, but you're not like actually on a scalp. So once I get it to like where I want, this one's probably always skinnier. So that's why I always feed it into this side. Oh, but that was the, like, that's the trick. So, like, okay, you see how when you braid and it's 3 strands? The one that's skinniest, that's the one that you want to, yes, because you want to make it consistent. So once you, like, go all the way. Okay, and then, like, okay, see how you see right here? So then, that's where you add the edge control. See? So you add the edge control so you can like put it in with the hair. So it's called tucking, but I don't necessarily tuck. I just try to get it in there. But then like you see half it come out? I just get edge control. Just look at that. Add the hair like right here, and depending on your hair too, because sometimes you got to make sure that it's like the right size, because if it's not, then it'll look like see I gotta like, and then as I go I kind of separate, like pinch from this side. So now all the pieces are starting to become even. So I just keep pinching until I kind of get them all. But you'll like, you can feel it. Like when you braid, you'll feel it. Like which one's smaller. Put that straight, because it's like you just keep it. That's why I want to get one of those stands. It's just hard to like pre-separate because it's like different hair textures, different parts of people's hair require more or less. So it's like you can separate them as much as you want, but if it's still not the thickness, it don't matter. You still, it's just a little thinner than this one. So it's like I gotta make it So that means you gotta like, okay, so like my sections would be different. So when I section, I do try to section like the same size, but I also try to throw like, okay, see how this is like a skinny one? I'll put that up because skinny ones can just be on some like, okay, like a filling, like that one's not that small, but it's also not that big. I don't need that much. Or the skinny ones, if you leave them out, if you add them to the end, it'll give you the length. It's always better to be longer than shorter. Okay. Because longer you can cut. Shorter you would have to unbraid it and literally add the length back. So I'd rather be longer. So I just literally just throw them everywhere. And I just make sure it's clean.
That part is like perfect as hell.
So I was like, but I use these combs. I use these combs for that reason because it's way easier. And these clips. I always buy these clips though. Because it's like, it sections it off really good. Oh, and when I braid, I don't braid like everybody else. I grab it in like a triangle. Oh. Because the triangle makes, it grabs every piece of hair. Yeah, every piece of hair. And then I start with that one. Okay, you see what I mean? So then I grab this. But me grabbing it is securing. So then I grab another thick piece right there. So you see how this one's skinny? So I go find a thicker piece. Okay, so this. So then. It also depends on the person's hair texture. So like your hair texture probably would have been good with it, but yours was also really, really good with the braids. So I put it on my hair. You can tell. Based on the back of their neck, you can tell how long it'll take to do their head. Cause like, okay, so say like a thicker girl, like the big ones. Bigger girls happen to have a wider neck, so they happen to have more braids at the back. When you start off with more braids, like people normally have 3 braids. It's very rare you have 2 braids at the back. Right. That means they got a really small head. 3 braids is like normal. 4 braids means it's a wider head, which means it'll take longer. Because you already started diagonally long way. I mean, like 4 or 5 braids at the back of somebody's head is a long day. Yeah. Okay, so like around this part, it's the same way like as the old way that I was telling you about. Like around, but that's because like right here is where you can make it like, you can cut this part off right here. It's called like, this is like the crown. So what I do is like, I cut this part off like that. So these braids can fall over. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you go around, but that's why I parted off like that, because even up here, it'll still fall. Yeah. And this part won't be shown, because it's like, no matter what, nobody's head shape is a square. Right. So if you do square parts, one part of it is not going to be a square. You get what I'm saying? Because of the shape of the head. Right. So it's like, if you part like that, it'll, I would say more so like look better. Nothing really about the feel, but I normally just part it like that. But you see, I try to, that's why I say it don't take long, because I try to be consistent with the size. So when I go around, I just try to go literally straight around. then go over it. Both ways. Because that's also how it helps it like clean up the parts. Like the size or like the parting. Then I go and I kind of just watch. I mean, I won't say watch, but I kind of just look for the size of the first braid.
Yeah.
And it's called they call it brick.
When I know, yeah.
But brick means in between.
Oh yeah.
So like you see, it'll fall right there. Then this one. That falls right there. There, right there.
Yep.
So then when that one comes, those fall right here. And then one here. Like the back in the day, ghetto, like when you couldn't see the scalp.
Yeah.
I don't like those braids. So I try to like give everybody like fullness, but still like not that many braids, if that makes sense. Because it's like you don't want it to be heavy, but you don't want it to look like they don't have no hair either. Remember like last night you was like, I feel like we all got big heads. So I don't think, especially like when braids, and my mom thinks that too, like when you get your hair done with braids especially, it pulls your face back, your eyes, your eyebrows.
It's like an instant facelift.
It is. My mom says that. She's like, she likes braids. So I think like when your face is pulled back and you can see, and you can literally see your scalp, I do not like that. I think that is just weird. Because you look scary. Like you look like you know, like you're shocked. I don't think you should walk around. Oh yeah, when I'm close to doing that. But you see why I won't say part, but you see why I braid like that? Because when you start like I won't say like a triangle, but when you start like that, okay, you see that little part right there? Oh. So now, but I grab it like that because you see it grabs every angle of it without it looking like you parted it or something. Because like essentially the goal, well for knotless, the goal is for it to look like it's coming from their scalp. So you don't want it to look like too, I won't say party, but too like perfect. Yeah, too perfect. Like too clean.
You braid fast as hell.
I've been doing it so long. Like Tiffany, sometimes I'll be like, I swear. I'll be like, sometimes I ask my clients, can I go to the bathroom? And I'll go in the bathroom and sleep for like 10 minutes. Because sometimes I catch myself, because I do it so like it's. But like, remember how you said like our family is like a vibe? I'm telling you, because you like to move and you have kids. That's why I say this, it's basically moving, you're just staying still while doing it. It's, I wouldn't say it's patience, but it's like, try to like keep it on my, these 3 fingers. Because when you braid,
I get her.
oh, she's with me. Oh.
That part makes the difference.
she like her shoes. You like her shoes? But you don't.
Where you going? She's trying to run.
I had a lot of girls tell me that some people don't even like.
Girl.
And I try to like, I don't like making them too blunt.
Yeah.
But I'll cut that little thing off and try to make them all like around. Yeah. I think I would do box braids. I mean, unless like somebody like, you know what I'm saying, like really wanted it, or like we had like a 90s part, you know, like
Yeah.
that's like the theme or something. But like, as far as like, I'm speaking like as far as like longevity, style, and then more so like consistency. And then like I'm more so big on like your actual natural hair is healthier. It is not as heavy as a box braid. Is not as much tension.
That's what me and my mom was talking about last night.
So it's just like it's wet. It's more makes my scalp feel. And then like I feel like it moisturizes my braid without it like being wet. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't like water, and that's only because like water and synthetic hair, it has a smell. Like your natural hair, your natural oils, and then you put water on top of fake hair, which are not. It's just not a natural smell. I just don't like it. So I personally do leave-in conditioner for the smell, but because of the way it doesn't like wet my hair.
Especially natural hair. Because my hair will get curly.
See Bruno? See Bruno?
Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
So I do this one because it's coconut oil, but this is the one my dad uses. So I don't know, I just like the way it feels like grease, but it says coconut oil. I just like the texture. So I'll put like a handful and then just put it. But I think it's important, like a lot of braiders don't tell you, it is very important to put it in your actual braid. Like you have got to like, so I like to put it in their braid, rub it on their scalp a little bit. But I like this one, that's what I was saying, because this one I like it for the texture. That's gonna stay in there.
Yeah.
So I do that one. I do that first. Then I do the leave-in conditioner.
Is that the Cream of Nature?
Yeah.
I can smell
Oh yeah, I think this is the one I told you about before.
Let me see the bottom.
So I'll do that. So I'll spray it like on
This
her
smells
hair.
real good.
Yeah, that's why I like it. And then I spray it in her hair. But what I tell them, like when they go home, they don't have to do the whole braid, but as far as their natural hair goes, because you have to like, a lot of people just forget about your hair in the braid. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, moisturize it in there. And then, oh, okay, then I do the foam. Because oil seals it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make sure I get it all the way on her parts, and then all the way to her natural hair. Because this is gonna block, like foam is gonna like lock it in. Then a lot of people dip ends. I don't. I think it's ghetto. I do because I just told you water smells.
Yeah.
So I do the foam.
That's so smart.
And I just rub it in. And that's gonna dry. So I just, and a lot of people do that little black thing. I don't, because I like their edges to look natural instead of lace.
What black thing?
Huh?
What black thing?
The little, you know, like the little tape thing. I mean, it's not tape, but it's a little thing that holds it and it'll hold your edges.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I like it for your weave, but I don't like it for braids because I do their edges last.
Yeah.
And I try to make it so they can keep it like that. So, and then I just spray the oil sheen. The oil sheen is just to seal it in, but it's more so to make it shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is the other trick with her ends. So I did the foam, but then I take a little and I put it on my finger.
Wait, what was that?
Edge control.
Edge control. Okay.
And I just rub it.
Okay. Technique.
Because it's just, you don't want it to unravel, but you don't want them to look raggedy. You know, like, because they're not dipped, so you want it to look like they're dipped, but without it being like soaking wet. Kind of.
Finished product.
How long did it take?
She killed it.
Less than 3 hours.
Right. Nice.